your wife is not righteous. In other words, the match that Hashem matches you, zivug, ze lefi ma'asav. It's according to your action. So the more better you are, the better your wife will be. So don't complain that it's your wife's fault. It's your fault that you got such a wife. Okay? That's what the Gemara says. So the Gemara says, V'koshin lezavgon kekriyas yamsuf. To make a match like this is so difficult for God, like splitting of the sea. The splitting of the sea is referred to as a very great, challenging miracle for Hashem. So, zivug, to put the wife to fit according to the action of the man, is very difficult. That's what the Gemara says. So the Gemara says, how could you say that? We know Rabbi Yehuda says, Arba'im yoim koidim yitzira savah, the 40 days before the formation of the man, God announces, Bas plenty leplenty, that this girl is going to marry this man. So 40 days before you even born, before you even formed, Hashem already announced who you're marrying, and there you're not good or bad, because if you're not born yet, you don't know if you're good or bad. So what do you mean your match is according to your action? If 40 days before you're formed, Hashem already announces who you're going to marry, and before you're born, you don't know what you're going to be, because God is in control of everything except your action. And He doesn't tell you if you're going to be righteous or wicked. That's up to you. So that means God already made your shidduch 40 days before you're formed, when there's no righteous and no wicked, because you didn't do any action yet. So why are you saying that the shidduch is according to your action? You understand the Gemara's question? So the Gemara answers, Habazivik Rishon, Habazivik Sheni. It's your first marriage or your second marriage. The first marriage is not up to your action. You get up, whether you like it or not. You can be the most righteous person and you have the most wicked wife. You see it. Or you can be the most wicked person and have the most righteous wife. It doesn't fit according to the action. The first one is 40 days before you're formed, Hashem announces who you're going to marry. But if the first one either passes away or divorces, and you marry a second one, the second one is already according to your action. And that's very, very difficult, because it has to fit a righteous woman with a righteous man, or a wicked woman with a wicked man. That's very difficult to put together, and that's what the Gemara is talking about, hard to split. But the first wife, that's going to be a natural that's given.
What about the other 16?
I have a question.
I heard you could up to 18, no?
Only if you're the king.
Oh, okay.
It's a first marriage, not the marrying 18 for a king was his first marriage.
But they're not talking about the first marriage that is harder than opening the sea?
No, only the second marriage. The first marriage was already destined by Hashem who you're going to marry before you were even born.
Based on what?
Yeah.
On why He made you marry this guy. This, I have no idea.
The last 29
Soulmate.
years.
It's a soulmate. God put you.
There has to be something.
Yeah, but it's not based on your action, because before you're born, there's no action.
What he's saying, whether he's talking about opening
God
the sea or
cannot
opening
base
the mouth.
your shidduch on your way you behave, because your behavior has nothing to do with it if it's 40 days before you're formed. The second marriage, which is already after you're already an adult, so then Hashem could base it according to your action. But the first one, what kind of action? It was already destined before. So that's why you can have a wicked to a righteous, or a righteous to a wicked. But the second one is very difficult for Hashem, because there God has to put together two things that are very hard to put
The
together.
matches to the man, not to the woman.
Right, it has to match to the man.
Because the man is required to get married.
Exactly. And also a man can marry more than one, can marry a few at a time.
Is it possible that Hashem sent a neshama without a soulmate? If someone says, I will not get married, because I feel that I'm not trying to get him.
I didn't say that.
As we hear from the echo.
And if it doesn't work, it's the man's fault?
It's always the man's fault. You never heard, it's never the woman's fault.
It's the woman. It's the woman.
No, but,
Ask the court, ask the
but
judge.
Hashem picked it.
According to the Gemara, every person has a soulmate. It's not possible. The question is, what happens with a man that doesn't want to get married? What happens with his soulmate?
That's a good question.
Cellmate or
If
soulmate?
she's stuck,
No, so she could end up marrying someone that's not her soulmate, but she's married to him.
then for sure she's gonna get divorced.
Yeah, it's shaykh. It's very shaykh.
Where's Phil?
Mistakes only, she get
You
divorced.
think she's
I'm
still
living with a
married?
mistake my whole life.
Anyway, that you understand the Gemara. So the point I'm just bringing out is that a person that's married to someone, their first marriage, this is what's meant to be. So, you stick in with it. It's not a match according to you behavior, it's a match of a soul before they even started behaving to begin with. So there, it could be you living with someone that's on a total different level as you. This woman doesn't want to come to shul, this woman hates shul, and you want to come to shul. I mean, it's no contradiction because it has nothing to do with the action. The second marriage, then already is going to have to fit according to who you are. So if you're a person that wants to be more, so the shidduch is going to be someone that fits you more. Otherwise, this is what's meant to be. You didn't by mistake have children. Mordechai was meant to be. You know that? Rabbi Chananya ben Akash